You remember the prayer that used to wake you up at night, the one you whispered in the car, cried over in the shower, wrote in your journal until the pages were thin. It was everything to you. And then one day, without warning, it wasn't. The fire went out. The longing disappeared. And now you're wondering what that says about your faith. Did you give up? Did God stop listening? Are you backsliding? Let me tell you something that might shake you. What if the loss of that desire isn't a sign you've lost your way? What if it's proof that God has been protecting you all along? There are 4 reasons this happens, and the 4th one is going to completely change how you see your spiritual walk. When a prayer starts to fade, the first thing that shows up isn't peace. It's guilt. You start wondering if something is wrong with you. You tell yourself you should want it more. That real faith doesn't waver like this. But here's what you need to hear. Shifting desire is not the same as shifting faith. Proverbs 19:21 says, "Many are the plans in a person's heart, but it is the Lord's purpose that prevails." Your heart can hold 100 plans, but only one purpose will stand. When your desires start changing, it doesn't mean you're weak. It means you're being realigned. God doesn't always shout when He redirects. Sometimes He just quietly turns your heart in a new direction. So before you spiral into shame, let me walk you through exactly why this happens. And by the time we're done, you're going to see this season completely differently. Here's the first reason. God didn't just delay the answer to your prayer. He removed the desire because He saw something you couldn't. You were asking for a blessing. He was seeing a burden. You felt rejected. Heaven was running interference. Psalm 84:11 says, "No good thing does He withhold from those whose walk is blameless." So if the desire died, if the door closed and the longing faded, that means what you were chasing wasn't good for the version of you God is building. It would have drained you or trapped you in a cycle you weren't meant to stay in. Some prayers we hold on to hardest are the ones that would hurt us most if answered. God loves you too much to give you what would break you. He didn't ignore you. He didn't abandon your request. He edited it out of your story because it didn't belong in your destiny. That's not cruelty. That's covering. God's no was never about punishment. It was always about protection. The prayer didn't fail. You outgrew it. What once felt like life or death now feels distant. Not because you're cold, but because God has been expanding you. 1 Corinthians 13:11 says, "When I was a child, I talked like a child, I thought like a child. When I became a man, I put the ways of childhood behind me." Spiritual maturity doesn't mean you lose passion. It means your capacity increases, and your old desires can't contain who you're becoming. The thing you begged for 2 years ago fit the person you were then, but you're not that person anymore. You've been through fire. You've learned discernment. You've grown in ways you didn't even ask for. The prayer that once defined you is now too small for the calling God is placing on your life. That's not a loss. That's a promotion. The quiet seasons where nothing seems to be happening are actually where the most transformation takes place. You didn't lose your hunger. You leveled up. Think of it like this. No phone can run the newest software on an old operating system. It has to update, pause, reconfigure. And while it's updating, the screen goes blank. That's where you are. God is upgrading your internal system. Ephesians 3:20 says He is able to do immeasurably more than all we ask or imagine, according to His power that is at work within us. Notice it says within us. The upgrade isn't just about what you get, it's about what you can hold. The old desire fits your old capacity. What God is preparing you for requires a stronger foundation, sharper discernment, deeper trust. This silence isn't emptiness. It's an installation. Heaven is rewiring you to carry more than you ever thought to ask for. The waiting isn't wasted. It's necessary. Here's the 4th reason, and this is the one that changes everything. Your desire didn't die. It graduated. God doesn't kill hunger without replacing it with an assignment. You're not just losing interest in old prayers. You're being repositioned. Jeremiah 1:12 says, "I am watching to see that my word is fulfilled." God isn't just answering prayers anymore. He's entrusting you. There's a shift that happens where you stop being the one who only receives and you start being the one who gives. What you wanted before was for you. What's coming now is through you. You are learning dependence. And now God is shaping you to lead, to cover, to pour out. That's a commission. You're not just praying for survival anymore. You're praying for strategy, for wisdom, for others. Your role is shifting, and your desires are shifting with it. Here's what that makes you. You're not unstable. You're responsive. Jesus said in John 10:27, "My sheep listen to my voice. I know them, and they follow me." When your desires change, it's not because you're confused. It's because you hear Him. Unstable people chase feelings. Responsive people follow directions. What you've been calling weakness is actually sensitivity to the Spirit. You feel when God reads. That's not flakiness. That's obedience. You're not uncommitted. You're aligned. You're not wandering. You're being led. Most people stay stuck because they refuse to let go when God says move. But you let go. You trusted the shift even when it didn't make sense. God is going to guide you with a clarity others won't understand. He is going to protect you with precision and place you exactly where you need to be, exactly when it matters most. Let me tell you what I see coming for you. Isaiah 43:19 says, "See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? I see God making a way where there was wilderness. I see you stepping into spaces you once felt unqualified for, carrying a confidence you didn't have before. The confusion is lifting and being replaced with clarity so strong it feels like a download straight from heaven. The desires you surrendered are turning into wisdom. The pain you walked through is becoming your platform. You're going to help people in ways you never imagined because you stayed faithful in the fog. Where you once questioned yourself, you're going to speak with authority. Where you waited in silence, you're going to lead with sound. This season isn't your ending. It's your setup. If this message landed in your spirit, I need you to do something. Type in the comments, "I trust God's redirection," or "I'm responsive, not unstable." Let that be your declaration. You're not walking this alone. You're part of a family that believes God even when it doesn't make sense. If this helped you breathe again, hit subscribe and stay connected. And if you know someone quietly questioning their faith, share this with them. Father, I speak over every person watching this. Lift the shame. Remove the confusion. Replace every ounce of fear with trust that runs bone deep. Bless them and keep them. Make your face shine on them and be gracious to them. Turn your heart toward them and flood them with peace. Open their eyes to see what you're doing and steady their hearts with unshakable confidence. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are being led by a God who loves you more than you know. Go forward, covered, assigned, and confident. Your sensitivity is your strength. Your obedience is your favor. And your greatest days aren't behind you. They're ahead of you, starting right now.